Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Could automation or AI be taking over my job? Let's get started and talk about it. First, at this point, it's not taking over what I'm doing, but I really wanted to address this today. Automation. Companies want to make more money and save more money. And so what they like to do sometimes, certain companies, is take out a human component and see what can they automate and have less humans and have possibly computers do for them, which can potentially save them a lot of money. A great example of this is self-checkouts. There's actually a store near me that all that store is self-checkout. I don't mind self-checkout if I have a few items, but if I'm going to do a bunch of shopping, I would not want to use self-checkout. That's me. Let me know in the comments below if you like self-checkout, just a random question, or if you prefer to have someone check out whatever items you're purchasing. For me, it just depends on how many items, but back to the topic at hand. So what would I do if something is automated? As you guys know, I have three main, what I call ways of making money. I do YouTube and Patreon. I also do product demonstrations, and I'm a project manager and I schedule mystery shopping. There are some companies out there that are large mystery shopping companies that are automating or using AI technology to schedule some of their shops. Is that possible that could happen to me? Yes, it is, depending on what type of shop. But the AI or automation can, or what I call non-human component computer, can do some of it. But there's always going to need to be a human component on some of it as well, especially if you have a hard-to-book location. That would be an example. So do I think that automation will take over all jobs? I don't think so. I do think it will take over some, but my wonderful husband made a comment. He says, well, if all jobs were taken over by automation, he said, then you wouldn't have anybody to purchase some of these items that you need. And that is definitely true. What I'm really getting at here is this, that many times when people have a job, they feel their job is secure. Back in the 70s, you would have the same job your entire life. My dad did the same thing his entire married life, truck driver. Well, now, many people, I guess, say the average person stays at their job 3 years. I read that somewhere. Don't know if that's accurate now in 2023. But jobs are not, quote, secure anymore, which means that we need to be constantly, number one, learning new skills. Number two, be willing to pivot. Number three, be looking for a job when you already have a job. Number four, keep your bills low. Number five, stay as debt-free as you can. Number six, make sure to save for a rainy day if something happens, so that if automation takes over your job or they get rid of your department that you're in, that you're a little more prepared. Even maybe learning some new computer skills. I've noticed a lot of people that are over the age of 55 think they can't learn technology. But I know some very bright senior citizens that know a lot about technology. Hey, one of my little tech tips that I give, even though I'm not an expert, if something isn't working, just reset it, reboot it, turn it on and turn it off. That always works for me, but don't take my advice on that. So am I ready if something happens? Let's say, what would I do if automation took over my scheduling? Number one, I'd see if there's any other scheduling out there because I already know how to do that job. And that's the first thing that I would do. And well, actually at the same time, number two, I would start slashing my budget. That would be probably number one. Number two, start looking for more scheduling work to see if something's out there. And number three, see what other opportunities are out there. Luckily, I've set myself up in a situation where I could take a little time off while I'm looking because of how I've saved money. But I would have little things that I would be doing right away. So I am ready if something like that happens. And I do enjoy scheduling and I do enjoy working with the shoppers. I like having a human component. When I make phone calls now and I get automation on the other line and there's no one to directly talk to you, it's just not the same. You know, sometimes I want to actually talk and work with a live person rather than doing everything automated or chat boxes, things like that. That's my opinion, though. I still think, I'm going to end with saying this. It's good to be aware of this so that we can prepare. But I do want to say, I think we're always going to need a human connection That's my personal opinion, though. I'm not an expert on this. I want you guys to weigh on this issue. What are your thoughts on this? Let's hear about it in the comments below. Let's have a discussion. That's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and I sure hope to see you on tomorrow morning's video. Bye-bye.